Is that a three-legged? Oh, no. Just like he's on
Welcome everyone. It's time to get ready for the gripping season-long pursuit of the FedEx Cup, presented by 2K Sports and the PGA Tour. We're in the great state of Texas this week. Our first round coverage of the Valero Texas Open is about to begin. Hello and welcome. It's great to have your company here on 2K Sports. I'm Luke Elvey. Alongside me is Rich Beam. And out on the course, Henny Koyak and John McCarthy. Let's get out to the action. And Rich, these TPC series of courses are spectacular in their own right. Some really stern tests, but probably none harder than TPC San Antonio.
It is. And the thing that makes it probably tougher than anything is that the golf course is probably designed to play firm and fast, because that's what it does most of the year. Overseeded rough, overseeded fairways, the golf ball slows down, and then you get some unkind winds throughout the day, especially when it blows out of the north. It gets a little cold, golf ball goes nowhere. So this golf course turns into about $8,000 of just joyous pain. It's just, it's angry. There's very few shots out there that you feel super comfortable on.
What?
You know, even the drivable 17th hole where you think, finally, I've got a hole I can take advantage of. There's danger lurking everywhere. So it's just a golf course. You have to keep the ball in play, off the tee, no matter what. You get off the fairways, you're making double digits, making a 16 like a player did years and years ago.
What the fuck is going on?
It's a hard golf course, and usually with tough conditions.
That was wonderfully done. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
I've given it a good look. I see this one going left at the hole.
Okay.
Ooh.
Great fucking start.
Putting for bogey here. Sitting at 1 over for the event. Let's head across to the second, which is a par 5, but a long one, stretching over 600 yards.
Straight away for the most part, but there's a lot of danger both right and left here. The fairway bunkers down the left-hand side shouldn't really cause an issue. However, the second shots, the layup zone, there is a deep bunker on the right-hand side that could be brought into play. The third shot is to a green perched well above the fairway, and it's actually a double green.
What is happening? Dude, what the fuck is happening?
Green.
Yeah, this lie's pretty deep here.
Oh, the wind. I haven't been looking at the fucking wind. Whoops.
Wonderfully played. This would be a great up and down. Oh, these are big momentum putts. Let's make this one from 9 feet.
Dude,
It looks like he pushed that one. And this next putt, it's for bogey. Okay, let's head to the next.
You're making one bad mistake with another, compounding it, not good.
Rich, let's head to the par 3 third, the first of our shorter holes.
You really hope that the wind is not blowing into your face on this tee shot and making it that much more difficult and longer. This green's perched up high. There's runoffs all around the left-hand side and the back portion of it, and obviously you want no part of coming up short. Players that find this green will find it difficult to two-putt as there's lots of humps and bumps and swales in it.
15 feet to the cup.
Nice little par putt here.
And he's down there. You got a read?
Looks like this will move to the left-hand side as it goes up the hill.
Yeah, well hold. Let's move on to the next. And that is a very familiar sight for Tiger Woods on top of this leaderboard. The fourth is one of the stronger par 4s at TPC San Antonio, stretching 485 yards.
This is a very narrow driving area, especially where that fairway bunker comes into play down the left-hand side. Second shot is to a green that runs from right to left with a deep bunker down the left-hand side. Anything missed out to the right is no bargain either, as there is a runoff area out to the right-hand side. This is a difficult par 4.
That's out to the right for sure. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Yeah, he's been prowling around this one. It's 11 foot out.
So
Ooh,
close.
what the fuck?
Par putt coming up here. Now that's got to be frustrating. Hit such a great approach shot in, but wasn't able to convert. The fifth is one of the shorter par 4s on the property, right on 400 yards.
Players must make a decision whether to go for it or lay up short of that fairway bunker down the right-hand side. This green is perched above the players ever so slightly, and there's a spine running right through the center of it with a low area on the left-hand side. No matter whether you go for it or you lay up, this is a wonderful birdie opportunity.
This putt is about 8 feet. He's looking for his first birdie of the day.
Oh my God, dude, this is bullshit.
That was a sensational approach, Rich, but you've got to feel like an opportunity was lost. And it's a one-stroke par far for our leader over the field. Time to see what this par 4 has in store.
Players must find the fairway, avoiding that bunker down the right-hand side, but from there, second shot is up the hill to a green that runs away from the players ever so slightly, but still going in with a short iron into this par 4. A birdie is definitely makeable.
Going with the 9-iron, I think. Well, this is one of those lies that dictates a shot. It doesn't seem like it's a tough one. And he needs this to save par. And as we check the standings, our leader has a one-stroke advantage. The par 3 7th, Rich, has this big cavernous bunker that sits right in the front center of the green.
And it's a triple tier green as well, Luke. It shares it with the third hole. Anything missed out to the right will be fine, although you'll be in a low area. It will be difficult to get it super close. But yes, you must avoid the bunker on the left-hand side. It is cavernous, as you say.
Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
This putt back up the hill, moving to the right.
Putting for a par now. And the entire field looks up at that familiar sight and sees the name of Tiger Woods on top. On the tee now, the par 5 8th hole.
So no surprise. Drivers getting blown around the course. Well, we did the pre-race.
He's setting up for his second shot. Oh, well played. Rich, every time we get the chance to wax lyrical about Tiger Woods, you think, how else can we sing his praises? How can we eloquently describe one of the greatest careers in the history of sports?
Luke, I don't know how you
fuck?
say anything more about Tiger that hasn't been said or written or shown. I mean, if you look at the history books, his name comes up a lot, and for good reason. You know, the numbers are astounding. The major victories are astounding. You know, this guy, it wouldn't surprise me if a spaceship came down and he decided to just walk on it and fly back to his home planet. He's just otherworldly like that. And the way that he's gone through his entire career and time again produce when you think, well, no, he can't do this again. Well, okay, yes, he can. It's phenomenal. I just got to say that I am so privileged to have played against the man, beat him once. I made it count, however, but I mean, just to play in his era was, I tell stories about it for my end of days.
Rich cut day today, always filled with a little bit of nerves for a lot of players out there, but this player's in a pretty good position.
Just above the cut line currently. It is a nervous
What
time
the
indeed
fuck?
for
I
this
did
player.
not hit it like.
That's an awful error.
Whatever.
Second shot here on the 10th hole. Looks to have opted for the 8-iron. Oh, that one jumped out of the rough. This is from miles away. And he's down there. You got to read.
A tricky little slider here. Downhill, moving to the left.
That was
That one raced by.
Close.
Bit of work coming back. Oh, I love these momentum putts. Right on 10 feet. Let's go hold it. That's disappointing. This one's for bogey. Job done. Let's head to the next. Moving down the leaderboard after that hole. Another birdie opportunity lies at the par 4 11th, but players must navigate the fairway bunkers.
Tee shots must be placed on the left-hand side to get the best view and angle for their second shots, as this green sits below the player and moves from left to
Not
right.
even close
Tee
to
shots
it,
down the
fucking-
right might be closer, but it's going to leave a second shot over a deep bunker and making it that much more difficult to get close.
Scorecard filled with threes never hurts. Good putt to make this. Henny, what's he facing with this putt?
This is so long, I don't even have words for it. It's just long.
Sitting at 4 over for the day. Rich, this par 4 12th, really challenging, especially around the green.
This tee shot is underrated in difficulty-wise. This is not an easy tee shot as this fairway pitches from left to right. You want to skirt the bunker down the left-hand side as best possible to find the fairway. Second shot from there goes straight uphill and surrounded by two of the deepest bunkers on the golf course. As they say, Luke, everything is bigger in Texas, and these bunkers are proof of that.
That got a little out of control, I think.
Oh, the wind wreaks havoc with another golf ball.
I like that. Always good when you've got hands like that around the green. And now at +4 for the round. 13's a long par 3 measuring 245 yards, Rich, but it is playing downhill.
Downhill to a sliver of a green, however. Anything missed out to the right will leave a very challenging pitch shot to a green that'll sit well above them. Come up short in those bunkers, that's no bargain either. A 3 here, well, you done good.
That's a good-looking shot there. He has this putt to save his par. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. What do you think of the 14th, Richard? Par 5, 575 yards.
This is a really good par 5 here, Luke. Tee shot wants to favor the right-hand side of the fairway, if at all possible, shortening the hole some 20 yards. Second shot must avoid those fairway bunkers down the right and on the left-hand side. A narrow opening to this green should players go for it in 2.
And now from the fairway bunker. That one's heading out to the right.
Get the fuck out of the
And
sand!
from the bunker
Oh my
here.
God. Oh my fucking God, dude.
Time for the 5th shot.
Dude!
Players setting up, trying to get up and down from the bunker. And that's safely on the surface. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
Okay, my money is on a right to lefter.
Nice job,
This putt coming up is for triple bogey. Yeah, well holed. Let's move on. Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. As we start heading for home, Rich, we find ourselves on the tee at the 15th.
Could be the hardest hole on the golf course, Luke. Tee shot must avoid that bunker down the right-hand side. Second shot is to a green that's perched above the fairway and surrounded by 4 bunkers that are mean. This hole could make or break a player's day.
Looks to be going with the 5-iron.
Dude, like...
Found the green side bunker. Looking for an up and down here. Okay, safely on the surface. A chance for a putt to be holed here. Just taking a look at this one, Rich. Do you think it's makeable?
Luke, I just don't see this happening. I tell you, I'd love to see this player prove me wrong, though.
That's a fighting effort. Hit it in strife, but managed to make a good score regardless.
Bunkered off the tee, wasn't able to find the green, but saves the par with that putt.
As we find ourselves at the 16th, the par 3. Great entertainment here, Rich, especially with the centre bunker.
Love this hole. Probably my favorite one on the golf course, even with that bunker in the middle. The back portion of this green actually is an amphitheater, so anything missing a little bit long on both sides should wander back onto the green.
All right, facing a little up and down here to save the par. And he needs this to save par.
No fucking way it curved that much. No fucking way.
Just a 4-footer remaining.
Try and keep that scorecard a little less dirty. This is for bogey.
Currently at +8 for the day.
Moving down the leaderboard, Luke, never a good thing.
The 17th is certainly a fun hole. The question really is, should players go for it or lay up?
Depending on where they put the tee box, Luke, most players should be going for this green. Anything just short and left could find that deep bunker fronting a green. But to be fair, that's not a bad miss. The one you want to avoid at all costs is the one on the right-hand side, because nobody, not even professionals, like a 60-yard bunker shot.
That's a tad wayward. Not quite finding the surface.
And another missed green in regulation. My, oh my, this has been a long day.
That'll work.
Beautifully played chip for birdie. I'm glad glad we get to see this again. This one should be practiced at home.
Our current leader is up by 3 shots. Reached the finishing hole here at TPC San Antonio. Very famous with that creek meandering up through the last half of it. It's a great par 5.
Only the bravest of the brave will be going for this green in 2. Just a tee shot down the left-hand side and a layup, a difficult one at that, up the right-hand side. You must avoid the bunkers and the water with your second. Third shot past the creek to a green that sits above you that has 3 distinct tiers on it. Getting it close here requires a deft touch.
Setting this putt up from a mile away.
Nice putt.
No, that's a
That was
punish.
fucking lovely,
Nothing
ain't it?
worse than putting it off for green. Good chance this one. Right on 6 feet. And that signs off on today's round. Well, with that, unfortunately, this person's event is over. Unable to make the cut here today. That's a shame.
I'd say the call home is going to be a lot of fun when you got to call your wife and tell her why you 3-jacked it on the last hole to miss the cut by 1. I mean, I can't think of a worse feeling in the world. Oh, wait, I've done that before. Yeah, it is sad, especially when you call her from Italy and you miss the cut on the European Tour because you 3-jacked the last hole from 15 feet, Luke.
It's great. He's only down to thinking about that once a day. It's very good. Oh, dear. On behalf of Rich Beam and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, I'm Luke Elvey. Thanks for joining us. See you next time.